Day everyone, my name is Alfie Kasher, section with the LEDIA1B. For this video, we will explain the roles of agri-fishery sectors in developing economic development. The agriculture and fishery sectors provide food and vital raw materials for the rest of the economy. It is itself a significant market for the products and services of the non-agricultural economy. As the sectors grows and modernizes, it releases surplus labor to the industry and services sectors. The fisheries in the Philippines makes a significant contributions to the national economy in terms of income and employment. Total fish production was estimated of 4.65 million metric tons, and the fishery sectors contributed almost $4.33 billion to the country economy in 2015, accounting for around 10% of GDP. The Philippines' agriculture and fisheries sector's importance to the national economy remains for a larger but its direct important impact on the bottom line. The industry is a crucial employer, accounting for 26.7% of the country, 43.4 million strong labor force, and is one of the few trades available for many Filipinos living in remote, less affluent regions. The sectors also plays directly to another of the President's talking points about focusing on agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing, with much of current industrial activity already devoted to downstream processing of agricultural products. Economic contributions. Although agriculture's contributions to the national revenues has been diminishing proportionately as overall economic growth has surged in recent years, the value of both agriculture exports and the sectors as a whole continues to expand. Budget. In recognition of the sector's importance, the Department of Agriculture, DOA, receives one of the largest budget of any government department behind those related to infrastructure's development, education's, defense, and social welfare. In spending cuts, these challenges were reflected in 2017 budgetary projections, which have been scaled back despite a pledge by the government to renew its commitment to support the agricultural industry and reduce rural poverty rates. The reasoning behind these cutbacks is not to reduce the resources available, but to cut waste and refocus efforts or more efficient programs. Efficient, the primary food staples in the Philippines. The rest of the region is rice, which is an important part of the daily diet. However, with the country lacking the climate of larger river basins present in other rice-producing Vietnam, it remains partially dependent on rice imports, despite ongoing effort by the governments to attain the self-sufficiency in this key commodity. Reduced productions. The drier air brought by the El Nino weather phenomenon towards the end of 2015 and into early 2016 had a negative effect on rice productions across the country as expected. Coconut is an important contributor to the sector, although productivity is a major concern in the industry. Tuna. Municipal operations for school fish such as mackerel and sardines provide the backbone of the local fish productions. Fish from the sources are primarily for domestic consumption. Foreign waters, unfortunately for these companies, the productivity of domestic tuna grounds has won in recent years, and their years supplying these operations. As the primary contributor to production's growth, aquaculture will derive the future of fisheries in the Philippines. The subsector will definitely play a key role within a country food self-sufficiency goals. Vessel Day Scheme. An example of the importance of distant water operation is one of the country's largest fishing outfit, Prabel Fishing Corporation. agrarian reform, with large portion of the population still heavily reliant on the agricultures, particularly in the vast affluent rural areas. The government continues to be mindful of protecting small landowners from increased competitions from large agro agro-industry players and low-cost imports. Consolidations. One of the more widely utilized methods of achieving these goals is to consolidate dozens or entities which can pool resources. Insurance. With crop insurance, farmers are better able to recover financially from these particularly increasingly frequent setbacks and get back to producing.